Good, you're back. Well, what did Mallory have to say? Is the amulet authentic?
Yes, and specially made for members of the Elder Council.
The Elder Council? Oh, now that explains quite a bit. Motier, you naughty, naughty boy. Hiring the Dark Brotherhood to help you rise beyond your station. Delicious. Was Mallory willing to buy the amulet?
He was. Here's a letter of credit.
Splendid. Then we're ready to begin. Or, more specifically, you're ready to begin. After all, you're the one the Night Mother spoke to. But by Sithis, I hope I'm making the right choice here. You may be an effective killer, but your command of guile leaves much to be desired. The sealed letter you delivered to me was mysteriously unsealed upon its arrival. I can only assume you've read its contents. Sloppy. But moving on to business. As you probably already know from reading the letter, you're going to a wedding.
A wedding?
Well, more like the public reception. It should be a lovely affair. You'll mingle with the guests, eat some cake, stab the bride. Oh yes, you've got to kill the bride at her wedding. And they say romance is dead.
Who's the target?
Her name is Vittoria Vici. She oversees the East Empire Company's business holdings in Solitude. The wedding is being held in that city, at the Temple of the Divines. Her death will cause an uproar, which is exactly what we want. Vici is likely to address her guests frequently, as is the wedding custom. Kill her when she does that, and I promise you a significant bonus. Now go, and give my best to the bride. Off to Solitude with you. Time to give the Emperor some real motivation to visit Skyrim.
Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play.
Come now, what everyone else is saying.
Brothers and sisters, we are back in the Falkreath Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. We have just received the official contract to kill Vittoria Vici on her wedding day. And very shortly we will depart. But before doing so, Fleet has chosen this as the right time, the right opportunity to introduce his apprentice, Nefay, to the Dark Brotherhood, officially. Welcome, Nefay. Welcome, brothers and sisters. It's in times like this that we have to remind ourselves of who Fleet really is and what his mission really is. He has, especially recently, had some lighthearted moments. He's had some interesting times with his companions that could probably be considered collegial But when you boil it down, he is a devoted servant of Sithis, who is considered by most to be a very dark, a very malevolent force in the world. And there is probably nobody in Tamriel, at least in Skyrim, quite as committed to Sithis and the cause of Sithis as Fleet. So it's times like this when we're drawn back and we're reminded of who Fleet really is and what he's all about. And he's complicated, but there is a part of him that is very sinister. So every once in a while, it is nice to come back to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary and kind of be reminded of who our hero or anti-hero really is. So with that, a little prayer, a little meditation, and it's time to hit the trail again. But first, I am going to offload some junk into the horse's saddlebags here. I'm carrying around a whole bunch of crap that really I have no business carrying around, mainly some very heavy weapons and equipment. So let's get rid of this stuff. It's all stuff for some reason I feel compelled to save, so I'm not going to ditch any of it quite yet. But there is no reason at all that Fleet needs to be carrying around various two-handed weapons and so forth. It's just weighing me down. So we're going to put this stuff in the saddlebags and save it for a future episode. We'll either use it or we'll sell it or we'll do something with it. Most of this stuff is stuff that I've just acquired through adventuring. And most of it are, items that I have tried to disenchant and probably already have the enchantment under my belt, so I wasn't able to disenchant them. So we'll store them away for now. So yeah, let's maybe take some things like ingots. Don't need to carry around ingots. That seems like the perfect item for saddlebags. I am going to keep, however, the furs and pelts. I do hope to make something with them soon, and I'd rather not have to fish them out of a saddlebag in order to do so. Firewood, I don't need to carry that. Big old statue, don't need to carry that. Oh, we can hear Valfar from here lecturing Lydia. Alright, let's go pick up our other two followers, Lydia and Valfar, and hit the trail. Alright, to use the amazing follower tweak commands, I got to get off the horse to do so. Go to actions. Looks like everybody's already following. So we will just go. Off we go. So, brothers and sisters, fellow members of the Dark Brotherhood, we are headed for the fair city of Solitude. This will be only the second time in all of our adventuring that we have been to Solitude. However, those of you who are familiar with the Dark Brotherhood questline know that it will not be the last time that we're in Solitude. Our objective is to travel to Solitude, infiltrate the wedding of Vittoria Vici, and kill her on her wedding day. The reason for this is we are attempting to make this such a heinous murder that the Emperor will actually come to Solitude. So as Astrid indicated, the Emperor and Vittoria Vici are related, and the belief is that if we cause enough of a stir with this assassination, it will be enough to attract the Emperor to Solitude and allow us to get access to him long enough to end his life. So that is what we are doing now. We are kind of starting that chain of events in motion. And this is actually one of the more interesting and exciting segments of this quest line, in my view. There's a lot of opportunity to do interesting things here. So I think this is going to be a really great way for us to kind of showcase Fleet as an assassin. Nefe's journal. Cimmerian has given me back those things that I cherish. He says that I saved his life by way of a simple act. I would argue that he has saved mine. The knowledge that I had disappointed him was more than I could bear. I'm relieved to know that I am back in his good graces. I must admit that having the familiar weight of my dagger back on my hip is comforting. It's as if a part of him were with me always. To be back on the trail is exciting, and with such accomplished warriors is an honor beyond imagining. Fighting the Thalmor was the most frightening thing I have ever done, but the experience was incredible. As a team, we cut them down in seconds. Lydia seems to be swinging her blade with more ferocity than I have seen previously. Her eyes were wide, and her face was adorned with a wide grin. She whirled the great black blade with a kind of zeal I haven't seen before. And this Valfar? I don't know where Cimmerian dug this man up, but he is as big as a mammoth and angry as a troll. He's dangerous in the extreme, but there's also something childlike about him that I find comforting. I've also noticed that Cimmerian seems a bit less intense when he's around. The banter on the trail has been interesting. There was a point at which everyone was laughing. I was so stunned, I cannot even recall what it was all about. I think Cimmerian was trying to mimic Valfar, something about steaming nether reaches. Despite all of these amazing events, the most extraordinary thing is the way that he has taken me into his confidence. Tonight he escorted me into the sanctum of the Dark Brotherhood. I met an imposing woman named Astrid. I don't think she cared for my presence, but she treated him with deference. I think he is more powerful than I ever imagined. I heard small bits of their conversation, and what I heard was exciting. He took me into a small chapel, and we meditated together, just like in prison, but this time before the Night Mother herself. There is much for me to think about. I must consider my path forward, and what I must do to be the best right hand to him I can be. What a turn my life has taken. I believe that in some small way, Sithis may have saved me too. I will not fail him again. Well, we have cleared Rorikstad. We've come a long way. It was interesting, during the reading of Nefe's letter, we encountered the Headless Horseman again, and this time he was actually dismounted for a while. I have never seen the Headless Horseman off his horse before, which was quite unusual. If you missed that, go back and check it out. It's crazy. So here we are. We're reaching an area here frequented by bandits. There they are. They're appearing on the HUD now. They see us. So we're going to dismount.
Ready.
and we are going to set upon them. Look at that guy. Alright. I'm providing supporting fire. We're letting our heavy weapons people do the job that they were trained to do and that they love to do. Look at him go. Man, he's...
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
I'm getting bored.
Oh my god. Well, there's one shot to the guy's head. I have a feeling I'm not going to need to put too many more in him because he is screwed. Ugh, goodness. Probably not a great idea for Fleet to be firing back into the crowd where his comrades are, but he's a good shot, and I think he'd be just that confident. And frankly, given the disposition of his comrades, I think they would be pissed if he didn't fire. So, the one thing that I'm noticing about the storytelling that we're doing here around Fleet and this group of people is how something as simple as the story and the plots that we're constructing around the default game put a character like Lydia in a completely different light. And I think that is what makes role-playing, especially in the Skyrim context, this big open world, I think that's what makes it so interesting and so special. This playthrough, I have got a completely different opinion of Lydia than I have had in adventures past. With other characters, she has just been someone along for the ride, devoid of personality. The person who just bitches when you make her carry something. And in this playthrough, with the letters that she's written to the Jarl, with the letter she wrote in the last episode, and the revelation of her newfound commitment to Fleet, to the Dragonborn, and then just the comments and observations of Nefei in that last journal entry, it paints a completely different picture of who Lydia is as a character. That in combination with the black armor, I think just really, it sets her off as someone to really be feared, someone to I guess respect as a person who's completely committed to a cause. I don't know, man. It's kind of cool. That's why I like role-playing. That's why I like playing games like this with that element of role-playing, because it just creates an atmosphere or a mood that allows you to have a completely different game experience from one playthrough to another, regardless of the fact that the content is the same. So, I don't know if you're feeling that, dear viewers, but I sure am, and that's why I do this. And this is the best experience I've ever had with Lydia as a follower, just because I have that feeling that, for once we're sort of pulling on the same end of the rope, as it were. So, whoop, saber cat, little backhand shot. Ooh, oh, I took a shot there. All right, I'm going to do a loop here and draw him back toward my comrades. See if we can bring them into the fight. I don't know where he went. Where'd he go? Let's head up here. We're going to dismount, and then we're going to go back down the trail on foot where I can be more effective in supporting these guys. Alright, Valfar is on the case.
I'll enjoy killing you.
Where is he? Whoa! Holy cow. That saber cat just flew across the screen. Alright, we'll see if we can provide some supporting fire, although I think Lydia's got the job done at this point. Oh, no.
Ready?
She's still in it. Go, Lydia.
That's the way I like it. Short and bloody.
Short and bloody, that's right. And the Lydia that we've crafted here seems like more of a beast than ever. So that's pretty awesome. I think some of that has to do with that sword we supplied her. Now here's this other saber cat. I never even saw this guy. So I don't know when he got killed. Alright, so we are going to draw our team up here. We are going to gather up our horses, and we are going to pitch a camp. Everything that we're going to do here is a part of the Amazing Follower Tweaks mod. As you know, we've been riding all night long. So Fleet is going to scope out this area to set up a camp. Now, one of the things that we do need when we're going to use the camp provided to us by Amazing Follower Tweaks is a nice big flat area. And this seems to get the job done nicely. Now, in order for me to set up this camp, however, I have to draw one of my followers up here and position them properly so that when the camp is pitched, it's not pitched in some kind of crazy position. So what that's going to require me to do is kind of have everybody here. So I'm going to summon everybody. Now what I want to do...
I notice a trail of blood leading away from here.
Let's see. That is not what I wanted to click on. All right. Go to tweak options, actions, and we're going to dismiss him but have him hang out here so he can keep himself busy.
Still here.
We're also going to do something else with Lydia here. Now, for her... see another miscue on the menu. That's frustrating me. Let's try that again. This is the kind of micromanagement that makes the party experience a little frustrating sometimes. Thankfully, you spend less time doing this and more time adventuring. Okay, now what we're going to do is we've asked the other two to wait. We're going to bring Nefay with us
to see you again, my Thane.
up the steps here, and we're going to use her to pitch the camp. I just had the others wait because I didn't want to run the risk of having them in the way or some strange thing going on. It may not matter at all, I have no idea.
Thousands of years old.
That is correct, Nefay, it is. Okay, so what I want to do is get her kind of in the foreground here.
Let's get going.
We're going to give her the command to set camp. And then the camp will actually form directly over my head so that the tent will be pitched with me inside it, in other words. So what I want to do is position my back. I position my back to the rock and my face facing the area where I want the camp to go. Yeah, if you're facing the wrong way, you can easily pitch your camp out over a cliff or some crazy thing like that.
I am your sword
Okay.
and your... Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Next thing we can do
Lead the way.
is we can have our follower
I've got
Lydia.
your
She's going to gather up all of our horses, make sure they're in a nice tight group here where we can keep an eye on them. So we got our horses all gathered up. And that, my friends, is basically it. So after a long night of riding, we will pitch our camp here. And then continue on after getting some rest. So what I'm going to do now is try to get just everybody up into the camp where I know they're all kind of secured.
Go with the 9.
So that I can continue on with Fleet and do what needs to be done here. Sometimes I think the best way to do it is just go wherever I want them to be, even though they're all around me, and I'm just going to hit summon. This will assemble them all right in front of me where we can deal. Here we go. Fleet's Journal. I feel the hand of Sithis guiding me. I hear the drone of the wall in my head, and it grows louder as we draw near. Somehow I know there is a wall in this barrow, and that if I do not satisfy my curiosity, it may kill me. We will pitch camp here, and I will investigate. It's as if the words were an addiction. I'm compelled to seek them out, to learn more, and grow my power for the glory of Sithis. Something tells me that in the end, it may be all that saves me from this Mirak. What shall be done about him? Entering the barrow, a strange sensation comes over me. Enveloped in ethereal flame, the words call me onward, and the ghosts of Skyrim show me the way. Here we are in the barrow known as Dead Man's Respite. There's a ghost in this chamber. I'm not sure what's going to happen when I go in there, so I'm going to prepare myself. I think a little bound bow action is probably in order here. Alright, let's make our way in. He doesn't seem bothered by our presence. Oh, there he goes. Ruby Dragonclaw. Oh. We've awoken some Draugr here. We'll deal with them. There's 2 down. Put one in the wall, drive them away from us. There's 3. Is that all of them? Wait, I'm hearing something. Where is he? Draw him out. Come on. I know you're here. Oop, there he is. Ooh, he's going to pass awfully close. Very good. Cleared out. As was mentioned in Fleet's journal entry, something as they were passing alerted him to the presence of the wall. He's attributing this currently to the hand of Sithis guiding him. That may or may not be the case. Of course, that is what Fleet believes. And the red glow that you are seeing around him, that is not a mistake. That is part of my storytelling. It is not a glitch. It is not a spell. It's an effect that I've placed on him for the purpose of telling the story. And it is very apparent when he is inside the barrow. So what we are going to do, we've gone far enough in to see that very early on we are hitting Draugr. So we are not going to go in there unaccompanied. And this time, we are going to have Lydia do the honors of accompanying us through this barrow. So we will be leaving everyone else behind and bringing her with us. So what I'm going to need to do here is, once again, we're going to try to get her to follow me, but have everybody else stay.
Mm-hmm. You're someone who can get things done.
Well, thank you. I like to think of myself as a man of action. Okay, so we're going to make everybody follow, and then we're going to have to go back to the others one at a time and request respectfully that they don't follow us. Oh, get out of the fire. Okay.
We've stopped. What is it?
Nefavus like cooking. She always goes to cooking. All right. Now this guy, he's of course not going to like staying behind.
This land belongs to.
Wait here, I cringe.
I hate the waiting. The goddamn waiting.
Sorry. Okay, now Lydia should follow us. And back in we go. Here she comes. Come on, Lydia. Let's go on a dungeon crawl. Thank you, dear viewers, for coming back once again to watch another episode in this series, Uranus Arcana. Even though we are a goodly way through this part in our adventure, I think it only fair for me to inform you that this episode is going to clock in at over an hour long. This will go down as the longest episode I have created to date, but I couldn't find any place really to cut it off that seemed to make sense. It doesn't, well, I suppose I could cut it off right in the middle of a dungeon crawl, but that hardly seems appropriate. So, just fair warning, if you need to take a break, feel free to do so. Feel free to use your pause button liberally if that is what you need to do. But please don't go away. I value each and every one of you. So last time we did Shrouded Hearth Barrow. This time we're doing Dead Man's Respite, and we are taking Lydia as our companion. This should be fun. Now the ghost that we are following, he is in some way associated with a quest line that we haven't activated, but nonetheless he's a presence here in this barrow. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out for us, given that we are just wandering in here. Hey! Valfar has disobeyed an order. Oh, we're going to piss him off again. Yep. So we will tell him to wait here. Then we'll come back and gather him up when we've completed this. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't
I
listen.
hate the waiting. The goddamn waiting.
I chalk that up to him just being persistent. That seems like exactly the kind of thing you would do anyway, so what the hell. I planned that, ladies and gentlemen. Spiders. We'll take one and save one for Lydia. Let's see what's in here. You never know when there's going to be something behind these webs. Look at that, a chest. Couple things we can use. Alright, so we kind of have a puzzle going on here. Okay, I think we're going to be closing off doors while opening others, so I'm going to get Lydia in here with me before we activate this. That's one drug. There's another one. Oh, there's a trap. Took him out. Well. And there's our faithful follower. Luckily, we didn't catch him in that little door closing thing we just did there. That would be a shame. All right, now. Wow, look at that. Right between the eyes. Yowza. Very nice. Some loot here and a book. Okay, now. Okay, we looted that guy. We were through here before, so... It will be interesting to see how things play out for us in Solitude, not simply because we have a mission to carry out there. Oops, spiders. We'll take one. Ready to charge the other. Very good. But there's a number of interesting things in Solitude. Firstly, the Jarl employs a mage there, a mage who may sell some of the spells that we're interested in acquiring. So that is definitely going to be on our agenda, on our to-do list, if you will. In addition to that, there is the Bard's College, and I don't mention the Bard's College because I believe that Fleet is particularly interested in learning how to sing, dance, play an instrument, anything like that, but because they have an extensive library, a library that is probably chock full of books that Fleet would be interested in. Books having to do with the Dark Brotherhood, with the gods, with Sithis, with the return of the dragons, any number of things that would be interesting to Fleet. We'll let her do her thing here. She's quite effective. Oh, this guy is ours. Oh, I guess not. She took care of it for us. She's extraordinarily effective. All right. So I'm thinking that... what's down here? Oh, hey, there's another Draugr. Let's bring him over in the corner here. Oh. Oh, let's double team him then. Double team.
Do your worst.
Nice. So I'm thinking that Fleet will probably take some time out before carrying out his mission to do some studying. There are some interesting shops there as well, lots of vendors to sell things to, so I think we could really get a lot of mileage out of this trip to Solitude. The key will be making sure that we take care of all of those things before we carry out the mission, because once we do that, we're going to want to be leaving town as quickly as possible. Great. Alright, I am not going to subject Lydia to this.
As you wish,
as the point man and the person in the party with the thieving skills, it is going to be up to Fleet to circumvent this trap. So this is a matter of timing. Okay, we're back. This is a matter of timing. I don't have enough invested in Whirlwind Sprint yet to be able to make this all in one shot, so I'm going to have to get past at least a couple of these sets of blades before Whirlwind Sprint is going to carry me the rest of the way. So, one more, and now I think I can do it. But I think I have to, I have to switch first. I haven't equipped it. Again. There we go. Man, that's nasty. With my current health score, I'm sure those would have killed Fleet with a single swing.
Heading out?
So?
As you will, my
yes, ma'am.
Thane.
Follow me,
I will
please.
protect you with my life.
fuse has been lit, and there is no turning back for the Brotherhood now. This mission carries the weight of history, and I am to be the one to make it. I prefer to work alone, and when the time comes to carry out the contract, I will. But in the meantime, these people are growing on me. Something in the air has changed. I'm not sure what it is, but as I look into the eyes of each one of them, I see nothing but commitment to me. How strange it is. I have given my life over to Sithis and the cause, and they in turn have committed themselves to me. They are my fist, Black Fist of Sithis. I don't know what the future holds for one of us, but I see dark days ahead, and I will need each one before this is over.
Now you'll pay.
One more in him. Oh, she's got him beat down. Look at that. Very nicely done. Ooh, ebony sword. We'll take that. He was tough. He took a lot of damage. Alright, well, we got some kind of a spell trap in here. We'll deal with that first. Just gonna knock that soul gem off the pedestal. There we go. Disabled. I'm gonna ask Lydia to wait here.
I've got your
I
back.
need her stepping on this pressure plate.
As you wish, my thing.
Circle of protection. Oh, come on now. There we go. Two Draugr in here. They're not messing with us. But I am not comfortable leaving them behind.
As you will, my thing.
I'm just gonna,
I will
I
protect
think,
you
move
with my
down
life.
the passage a little bit before taking them on. There's one. Let's go back and get that other one. Gotcha. Ooh, a garnet. Alright, where are we going here? What's this? Ugh. Alright, here we go. Not really in a lock-picking mood. I've often contemplated the idea of just getting that open lock spell. But, I don't know. I wouldn't call it... It's not cheating. I don't think there really is such a thing as cheating in this game, depending on how you want to play it. It just feels like, you know, I feel like I'm being lazy if I don't at least try to pick these locks, especially given the fact that I have a virtually unlimited number of picks at this point. I have so many picks that it doesn't even tell me the exact number I have. It just tells me I have more than 99, so come on now. I'm close. But I'm being stupid. There we go. Okay. Any traps? Any traps? No. No more locks. Better be something good in here. Something really good. Ooh. Oh, nuts. It's close. Go refill that coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I spoke too soon. Well, we got a level out of it. That's good. I'm going to take that mace. Oh, come on now.
Huh?
So the question is, who is guiding Fleet to the word walls? Is it possible it could be Sithis? Is it possible that Sithis recognizes the power that comes with acquiring these shouts, and that somehow that might help his avatar, Cimmerian, do what he needs to do in this world? Or are there other deities that have plans for him? If, in fact... Oh, I think we're closed in. If, in fact, the gift of the voice does come from Akatosh, what does that mean for Fleet? Ooh, look at that. 99 sneak. 99 sneak. Alright, Mr. Draugr. Suck it. Ooh, an archery increase to boot. 87 archery. Very good. And a sneak bonus. We are about ready to top out level 35, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty amazing. Okay. How do we open this? Well, let's do some looting first. Get these measly bits of gold. Oh, wait a second. Invisibility, we need that. Can always use invisibility. Okay. That's all junk. Here we go. Aha! Okay, this is a pretty fun dungeon crawl too. I'm liking this barrow. Get some good loot. All right. Let's open this guy up. Oh, hey. No, he's just waiting for us. Is he gonna talk? Hello. No, he's not. Search. Svaknir. Read King Olaf's verse. I guess we need to keep that. Oh. Okay. Looks like we got to head out the same way we came in. My guess is our next objective is that door that was magically sealed. So we are going to head back there. See if anything has changed. This too is a barrow that I know I have done before, but I remember almost nothing about it. Here he is. I know I have a ruby dragon claw though, which means there's going to be a word wall in here. Okay. Let's have a look at our key. Okay, ruby, ruby. Here it is. Okay. Looks like a wolf and a bird and a wolf to me. So we will try that. Wolf, bird, wolf. We already got one set. Okay. Nope. Got too aggressive with my key there. We gotta go around again. Dang it. Alright, be more careful this time. Very nice. Now we get to see what this door has been put in place to keep inside. Generally, those doors mean that something really nasty's been locked in. So, we gotta keep on our guard here. Oh boy.
Olaf, it is time.
Okay, here we go.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Near miss. Looks like we better help this guy out, but I'm gonna stay put here. Do as much of this from range as we can. Want to get that guy off him. There's another one down. Wow, they're coming quick. Coming quick. As long as we keep stunning him, that gives him a shot at taking him down. Okay, there's a couple shots on him. A couple stuns. He's down. Let's take him out. Keep him out of the fight. Okay, who else? Who's next? Oh, here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to keep running. No matter. No match for the smoking bow. Okay. I think it's just going to get worse. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. This is not a great angle. Oh, great. Alright. This guy's, he's behind this altar. I can only see about half of him. Atronach's blocking the other one, so we're going to change position here. I don't want to get too close. Here we go. See, now they're completely onto me now, though I lost my surprise. I don't like to be this close in, but I can still get stuns. Okay, he's trying to get away. That's not happening. Down he goes. Okay, we advance with our ghostly friend. Oh, hello. He was right on top of us there. These guys can take the damage. Let's try to evenly distribute the damage between the enemies here, trying to get as many stuns as I possibly can. Mix it up a little bit. I'm just gonna hack on these guys. Come on. As long as their attention is on him, I can get away with this stuff. And look at that, we gained another level one-handed. Awesome. Come on. viewers. Lydia's locked out. That's what's happened here. She's totally locked out of the room. Oh, she's back now. The gate open. She's in. I'm gonna draw her into this fight. There she goes. Look at that. She staggered him with her first shot. Come on, Lydia. We basically kind of sit back here and provide the artillery. It's probably the best role for a fleet at this point. Let me get closer to the edge here. Now they got him backed into a corner, and he's pretty much screwed. He's done. Olaf the One-Eye. Here is the wall that's been calling to us. Let's check out King Olaf. We are companions of the One-Eye. Alright.
I'm right behind you.
We are going to give a few things to Lydia to stash in her backpack. Namely, these ebony swords for sure. We've got a glass battle axe that I grabbed. I don't know why. Just grabbing stuff. So we are going to turn it over. That ought to lighten us up a little bit. Here we go.
Let's get going then.
Whirlwind sprint. That is great. We will use that for sure. Always a good one. Thank you.
I'm right behind you.
Search this guy. That's the guy we picked off who was running up the stairs. There is no escape for you, sir. Alright, so supposedly this is King Olaf One-Eye's treasure room. I'm skeptical. Elven helmet, no. Glass dagger. Necklace of regeneration. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's open this. But we gotta go back and loot a bunch of Draugr, like 50 of them.
I've got your back.
Alright, let's hustle back here and see what is up. Oh, we got this stuff too. So I imagine all the Draugr that are sitting on these various thrones as well probably have gold, yeah. Alright, so the next 5 minutes of this video is going to be fleet looting long-dead Draugr. So if you'd like to fast forward to the end, feel free to do so. I loot as quickly as I can, viewers. But it must be done. This is how we finance our operation, primarily. And while it's tedious, it is necessary. Ooh, every once in a while you get a gem or something cool. I like the gems. Silver ingot. We can make some jewelry out of that. 9. Okay, who did I miss? I know I missed people. Who did I miss? Here in the dark. These guys. Ooh, a ruby. Oh, that's nice. Alright, there we go. Okay. I think that covers it. Olaf is back here. We got him already. Right? Yeah. Because we got his key. That's how we got into his treasure room, is with his key. And this guy, yeah, we got him too. I think we are done here. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Another barrow. And that brings us to the end of another episode. I want to thank you for taking the journey with me, and until next time, may all that you do be swift, quiet, and deadly. And to all Skyrim assassins, I salute you. Silence is our battle cry. You've been watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. If you liked this video, please rate, like, and subscribe. For more information on this and other CouchWarrior broadcasts, visit me on the web at www.couchwarrior.tv.